Today I'll answer a question from a viewer who wants to build his credibility with coworkers. He says he can feel it starting to slip away. So let's get into it. Hi everybody, Harold Hillman here, and thank you for joining me on episode 11 of Ask Harold. Today's question is from Graham, who believes that his credibility is slipping away at work, and he wants to know what he can do about it. Here's Graham's question. Hi Harold, I've been in my position at work for about a year. I was promoted from another area of the company into a more senior position to which I had very limited experience. I was told that this was a growth opportunity for my career as I would be leading a bigger team with more responsibility. While apprehensive that I would have the necessary skills for the role, I had the assurance from my manager that the capabilities I had would transfer into the new role. Well, I've moved into my new job and my new team was great. As I had a good reputation in my old role, this reputation followed me into the new one. In the early days, everybody had been supportive and gave me the benefit of the doubt when I stumbled here and there while adjusting to the job. However, starting a few months ago, I feel I'm losing credibility with my coworkers. They are less patient with me, they are questioning my judgment more regularly, and it's getting harder to get their buy-in on things. Harold, what can I do to get my credibility back? Thanks, Graham. Well, thanks, Graham. That's a powerful question because it shows that you're willing to open yourself up in order to become a stronger leader. It would be easy enough for you to find fault in everybody else around you, but instead you're asking if there's something that you need to adjust in order to remain influential. It's an important starting point for any leader who's serious about lifting their game. So let's dig in, Graham. Here are 5 things that I'll ask you to consider. The first is address your concerns now, which you're doing. You should trust your intuition that something seems a bit off or awkward, especially if that's the case with your peer group or with your own team. Credibility is a hard thing to regain once you've lost it completely, so get in there quickly and signal that you're pulling in for a warrant of fitness check to see how you're tracking against everyone's expectations. It's time for you to get some feedback, which will then enable you to test your assumptions against how other people are experiencing you. The most important thing is do it now. This is too important to have any regrets later on that you didn't act soon enough, especially if your credibility is really on the line. Secondly, know what credibility is. So before you strike off in quest of building it, know what this very important construct is all about. It's really just 2 simple things. The first is more around what you know, and that's all the skills required for you to be successful in your role. The second thing around credibility has more to do with whether or not people can trust you. That's more about how you do things as opposed to what you know. Now, when you put these 2 together, it all adds up to whether people see you as credible. Your problem and the answer is typically somewhere in or between those 2 buckets, what you know and how you do it. The third thing is get some good feedback, Graham. You may already have a formal process in place at work which allows you to get some feedback on what people think about your performance on the job. But even if you don't, all it takes is a conversation over a coffee with a few people whose opinion you really value, where you can take your questions to them directly about how you can be even more effective in your role. Be open to their views and, more importantly, play back to them some key points that you're taking away from the discussion. The fourth thing is deal with the issues. It may be that you're inconsistent with what or how you deliver things to the team. It could be that other people believe that you lack some basic knowledge or even connections that might lead to better results. Once you learn what other people need more of from you, then it's important to make those adjustments, or to at least manage their expectations better about what they should or should not expect from you. But the important thing is deal with the issues. More than anything else, That will say tons about you as a person. The fifth thing is calibrate occasionally. Not to where you become a pain in the rear, but to let other people know that their feedback is important to you. Even more importantly, it shows that you don't take for granted your success and that you value feedback as a way to ensure that you're giving people exactly what they need from you. Thanks again for that question, Graham. And thank you all for watching Ask Harold. On the next episode, I'll answer a question from a viewer who struggles with how to help people on her team when they start to lose confidence. She thinks that her style may be making matters worse. Be sure to tune in next week to hear more about how to coach others to be more confident. Remember, if you like this video, tell others about it and subscribe to Sigmoid's YouTube channel. And if you have a question of your own or want to see my other videos and articles, go to my blog at drharoldhillman.com. Take good care and see you all soon.